Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the 90210 show. My name is Mark. With me as always is my fiance, Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
How much has been a good week here? It is May 22nd, 1998.
It is.
How you feel?
I feel less, I don't know, enthusiastic than you do today. I don't know.
I'm all hyped up.
You are. Why? I mean, this was a interesting episode, but not quite that exciting.
I feel like Oprah giving away cars and shit.
Sure.
You get up.
Would you stop? God, you're being so loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't say that last night.
Yeah, our neighbors are already complaining about the noise without you yelling and 10 o'clock at night.
That's my fault.
Yeah, it is.
All the noise is my fault. Anyway.
You know it, baby.
So, Carol, do you feel like an angel?
Sure.
Because I'd say you're heaven sent. That's the title of this episode. Heaven sent.
It's the angel aspect, the heaven sent aspect of this episode.
It's weird because we know in this universe angels are real.
That is true. and there's a story about an angel.
Because I wonder if it was this one. I wonder if it was that guy. Oh, we're gonna help all the guys in Beverly Hills, and the big guy's gonna help. Ow! Can he help him? Is he gonna help him not die? What?
What?
You don't remember the episode? That's what the angels sounded like. In the episode, there were angels.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You know, the one thing that Steve should talk about for the rest of his life.
But never does. Yeah.
He should be in a fucking straitjacket, just in an asylum, just talking about that nonstop.
But what do you mean not die? What do you like? I don't understand the context of the words. I get the characters, but
in that episode, they were going to die in the crash.
Oh, okay.
But they made the garbage truck phase through the
bus,
the school bus.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
God damn, man, what an episode that was. This universe of 90210 is fucked up.
It is.
But confirmed, angels are real.
So in this episode, we see the girl from Texas.
Just a second. I want the ending of this show to be some sort of confirmation about angels or something. Because it's weird how she says, like, there's a guardian angel and stuff, and, like, Jason Priestley's all interested in it and stuff like that, but they don't realize that they've been saved by an angel. It's I don't know, it's weird.
It is weird.
Everything about this is weird. Yeah, she's the one from Racism, Texas, or whatever the hell that name of that city was.
Wasn't it something like Lonesome Dove, or I don't know?
It was a fucking Larry McMurtry town.
I don't know Larry McMurtry.
He wrote Lonesome Dove.
Oh, well, there's a Garth Brooks song called Lonesome Dove.
Well, I guess that's probably based on the book by Larry McMurtry. But anyway, so I think it was called, like, Habeline or something like that. I don't think it was Lonesome Dove.
Anyway, Texas.
Yeah.
So I never thought we would see her again.
No, I didn't either.
But they brought her back for this episode, and the thing is,
she wasn't piled.
Yeah, she did. She survived the pile.
Right.
But the thing is, like, she didn't really enhance the episode or move the plot along
Not
in
at all.
any way.
Nope. Not at all.
I mean, other than enforcing the angel theory, she really
You will
served
believe in angels.
no purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe to give Tracy another thing to bitch about.
Yeah, exactly. Like she needed ammunition. You know what I want, real quick, before we get into this episode? You know what I want?
What?
I want a Halloween episode of 90210, or maybe even like the season finale. I have a lot of series finale. I have a lot of series finale ideas for 90210. But I want there to be a sequence where Brandon is visited by all his girlfriends past. They all come back from the pile, but they're all like zombies, like trying to fucking get him. That's why I was thinking Halloween episode.
Or it's like, a nightmare like in Flatliners where they're
Yes.
like ghosts and they're mad at him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want them all. I want them all there, all back. That figure skater that was going to be in the Olympics,
Right.
or whatever. The black woman whose dad made popcorn.
Oh yeah.
All of them.
See, I think the reason this one survived the pile is because they didn't date. They only kissed.
They didn't date. They didn't have sex.
Yep, there was one kiss, and it was a pretty innocent kiss.
The death curse is a sexually transmitted one. So
I don't think he slept with the figure skater.
I think he did.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. So you think he gets busy a lot more than the show actually acknowledges?
I don't think that they show every time he has sex with somebody, but yeah.
Well, not every time. But
I think he does.
anyway. So the girl from Texas,
Yeah.
when we start the episode,
The yellow rose of Texas is the only rose for me.
she's on the porch with Brandon.
Yep.
Just like she's supposed to be there, like la la la, like no explanation. Just
La 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 la. Live for today.
we need a karaoke night. You need to get this out of your system.
Don't worry about tomorrow. Hey.
Oh my.
She's on the porch.
No, I mean like she's visiting him. It's weird. There was no build up to this. There's really not much reason for her to be there.
It comes out of nowhere.
It's
the fucking stupidest thing too.
She wrote a book
Yes.
about angels.
Yeah, in the outfield.
And she's doing like a
Tour.
yeah.
Book tour. And she's coming to see you. That's the point. But what I think is hilarious is the show does the thing where it's like, he says something like, "Oh, I never thought I'd see you again after Texas," or whatever. And she was, or like, "You recognized me," or he's like, "Of course I recognized you. You made my summer in Texas." And the show thinks that we're dumb. So
Right.
then it goes to a black and white flashback of their time in Texas.
Yeah.
But it's voiced over by her and him. Like,
Yeah.
instead of actually hearing the audio, they're just voicing over. Man, I'll tell you, that time in Texas, and we faced some problems and stuff. But it's like, it was shot in a way that it looked like a Civil War reenactment thing, where it's like, it's been 12 years since it's been 12 weeks since I've been able to write you, and
Yeah, it was
rations are low. It's like, that's how it was filmed and voiced over.
it was weird. It was not good.
It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen on the show, and that's saying a lot.
Now, there was some like romantic tension there. Kind of
At the beginning of this, yeah, in the episode that they were in. I don't think
not now, but so it's like when I saw her, I thought, oh, maybe they're gonna date. Maybe she's gonna be, break him up with Tracy or whatever.
I thought he was basically broken up with Tracy.
Yeah, but he's not.
He should. There are so many people that need to break up in this show.
Right? But yeah, so she's just there like as a friend, and for some reason she's like obsessed with the idea of him getting back together with Kelly.
Oh yeah, she's like, oh, I thought you'd be with Kelly. Oh, what about Kelly?
It's weird. It's
Brandon, excuse me while I eat out Kelly.
ew. Ew. I don't know. Maybe
She really seemed on her though, didn't she?
she is definitely Team Kelly. Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead. You were saying.
I don't know what I was saying. You derailed me, so
sorry.
you're welcome to pick up the conversational ball.
I don't know. We were talking about the girl and the angels, and she's Team Kelly.
I was gonna say that it seems like maybe the heaven sent thing is that she was there to like push him towards Kelly. I guess
Oh, you think so?
maybe the angels are talking to her, trying to
Right.
get them together.
Hey, get him with Blondie.
But
They'll make beautiful babies.
Tracy hates her
Yes.
like immediately.
Tracy hates everything.
Yeah, she's pretty unhappy. But as soon as she gets introduced to her, she's like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. And then Kelly walks in, she's like, oh, you must be Kelly. And that was enough for her to, like, want to kill her.
Yeah, Kelly and the lady walk off together, and she's like, oh, you must have talked a lot about Kelly when you saw her in Texas, huh, you piece of shit?
And they didn't even know each other then.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Like, she just needs to fucking get over it.
Brandon mentions that, too, how all this happened before he knew her.
Yeah.
He's like, she talked about her ex, I talked about my ex. She helped me move on. And for a second, Tracy was like, oh, okay. Well, she helped you move on. All right. And then she thinks about it for a second. She's like, wait, what the fuck? What does that mean?
And, like, I don't know. I mean, they have more of, like, I think a brother-sister dynamic now.
Now, yeah.
But they did kiss.
They did.
And it's weird that
he saved her from racism in Texas.
It's just weird that she's, like, just, I don't know, there, and there's nothing romantic going on with her and Brandon, but whatever.
The whole thing's weird, like you said. Like, I don't understand the reason that she's there.
She did give an interesting talk about how she got mugged when she got off the bus in New York.
Yeah, she lost her manuscript that she didn't make copies of. That's also an epidemic in this episode.
All her stuff. And some big, scary-looking dude came back at her with her stuff and said, hey, this is yours. And the only thing missing was this angel charm or necklace pin, that her grandma had given her. Mm-hmm. And she told her grandma, I'm sorry I lost it. And she's like, you didn't lose it. You used it.
Yeah, used it on angels.
Right. So
apparently we're all supposed to have an angel pin on us. And then when we need it, the angel takes it, I guess. I don't know.
It's like a one-time thing. Like, what if she needs saving again?
Everybody gets one.
It's a shitty guardian angel. Sorry. I mean, like, I think you need more than one saving in your life.
Let me ask you a question that I know the answer to. Do you believe in angels?
I do. I do believe in angels.
Do you?
I believe in angels and demons.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe in both sides of the coin. Like, there are people like, oh, I believe in heaven and not hell. Like, why would heaven exist without hell? Why would hell exist without heaven? Like, you need both sides.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, I think you just like the idea of people burning that.
Yep, that's me.
That's what I think.
I'm evil.
I think you just you think about your enemies and you're like, that's right. Yeah, keep talking to me that way.
Okay.
Let's see where you go.
Anyway.
You believe in angels.
Yeah, do you?
I don't know. I'm not nearly as convinced as you are about the existence of angels. I mean, I don't want to get into all my Judeo-Christian beliefs or whatever, but I think that there's a possibility that a being known as an angel exists. I don't know that I necessarily believe that they, interfere or whatever in the matters of mankind.
Okay. I don't know why you would think, based on everything that you know about angels, why you would think they don't interfere with people.
I love the way that was phrased. Like angels is just my buddy Jim. Hey, you know Jim. You think he's not going to interfere? Jim's just shrugging it's me.
But I mean, every story about angels is them interfering with humans, except for a few that are just in heaven to worship. But
sure, but so that's me maybe not believing those stories.
But where are you drawing anything from?
Where are you drawing anything from?
From the stories. From the Bible, from other people's stories, from my own experiences.
Okay. Your own angel experiences?
Yeah, asshole.
Experiences?
I don't like the tone of this conversation.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Because I feel like you're making fun of me now.
I'm not making fun of you, honey. And I'll tell you why I'm not making fun of you. I mean, I'm kind of making fun of you, I guess, in a way, but in a jaunty kind of
mm-hmm.
We're having fun with our friends, the listeners way. But I can't make fun of you because I don't definitively know anything about angels or anything like that. your point of view that angels exist is just as valid, if not more so, than somebody else's point of view that there's no way they could exist. Because there is no evidence for, what? Now you're looking at me. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, you think there's no evidence, but I've experienced it, so there's evidence to me.
Okay, then that's fine.
So
I'm saying it's not scientific. You can't recreate angels in a lab. You can't tie a damsel to like railroad tracks or whatever and be like, okay, angels, we're going to. You see, I'm saying there's no evidence in that way. There's anecdotal evidence of experience.
Sure,
but they don't leave a specter trail.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
yeah.
The main thing with this person coming to visit,
Abilene or whatever her name is, Tara.
No, Mariah?
Mariah, yes, that's right. Black Mariah, that's right. Racist.
What?
That's why they named her Mariah, I'm sure. Because of that saying, Black Mariah.
I've never heard of that.
No, it's the Queen of Spades, I think.
Okay.
Anyway. In cards,
Is this like some kind of poker thing? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Yes.
Tracy's annoying.
Who's Tracy?
You know who Tracy is.
Who else is annoying to you, Carol?
Tracy's annoying this whole episode.
Yeah.
She's being a bitch to Brandon.
Yes, she is.
She is making fun of Mariah. Like, she's supposed to be covering her book tour or whatever, and she makes fun of her in her commentary.
Yeah.
And
she says something vaguely racist to her.
Yeah. What was it? I don't remember.
I love you. I love how you're just ready to agree with me. She didn't say anything racist.
What the fuck?
It was a joke. But I love how quick you are just to agree.
Oh, fuck you and your yes and. Anyway. I forgot what I was going to say.
You're talking about Tracy and how horrible she is to Mariah.
So she takes off. Like, Brandon... No, she's not even there. Is she? Like, at the end?
That's what taking off is.
Okay.
Leaving.
No, at the end, they go to some kind of harp thing, and she's not there.
No, she's not there.
She invited them.
Some sort of harp thing.
It was some new agey thing.
Someone was breaking harps. It was Gallagher. He was breaking harps with a sledgehammer and breaking hearts.
Brandon, Kelly, and Steve go.
Yes.
And Steve and Claire have been fighting the whole episode.
Yeah, we'll get into that shit.
But Brandon and Kelly are left alone at the end.
Hell yeah, they are.
And they fucking kiss.
Yes, they do.
And then they just walk away from each other, though, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, she's like, I'm cold. And he's like, oh, here, take my jacket. And he puts his jacket around her. They look at each other, and then they kiss. And she's like, he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. And she walks, and like they kind of look at each other, and she walks pensively away.
Yeah.
And I said, Brandon should be like, hey, Kelly, you got my jacket. Because she does. She leaves with his jacket.
She does.
She
stole his jacket.
How's he going to explain that to Tracy?
Oh, who cares?
She's going to turn his jacket into a necklace and wear it around her. Just like with the ring. Everything that was Brandon's will now be around her neck.
I think this is going to be what pushes him over the edge to break up with Tracy, don't you?
He needs to break up with Tracy.
Put her out of her misery.
She clearly likes him a lot more than he likes her. I don't know when or why this changed. He was ready to fight a fucking cowhand for her several episodes ago.
Right. Well, they just had sex for the first time then, so...
that's right. He lost interest.
He was riding that hormone high.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Maybe she sucks in bed. I don't know.
Ooh. Maybe she doesn't suck in bed.
Oh, maybe.
And that's why, too. He's like, Kelly, that mouth.
my God. So Claire
Yes.
is a terrible psycho bitch.
Yeah,
I hate her now.
This is the episode of just, like, are there no women writers in this writer's room? Do you have to make every woman a horrible bitch?
That's a good question. I mean, she's just fucking awful.
Yes.
So, Valerie's boyfriend's movie premiere is happening.
That's right. What's his name? Cheekbones.
Right?
Cheekbones McHandsome.
Right. So Steve is at the movie premiere and he's calling Claire like, hey, come to the movie premiere. And she's like, no, I'm working on my term paper.
He's like, put on that little black dress with the sequins and the one you look awful in, because we see it later.
Yeah,
she looks awful.
And she's like getting charmed, I guess. Mm-hmm. And she puts her feet up on the desk and accidentally kicks her coffee cup on top of her computer.
Earlier, she asked Donna for discs to save her work on, and Donna's like, sorry, I don't have one. Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, well, I won't go and buy any of them.
Right.
I'll just leave this to fate.
So, yeah, she blames Steve that she lost her work.
Well, yeah, she spills coffee all over the computer. It fucking shuts down the computer, and she's like, look what you did!
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
She screams at him, like, calls him a jerk and shit. Yeah. And she's like, you don't need to call me ever again, and she hangs up on him.
Yeah, and she accuses him of, like, being a distraction to her. Mm-hmm. Like, all this bullshit.
And it's like, man, you heard me. I was like, Steve, you are better than this.
Yeah.
Have some self-respect. You deserve better. Don't fucking talk to her again.
Right. Yeah, he needs to leave her. I mean, like, I was actually impressed with the way he handled it, though.
Yeah.
Because he shows up the next morning with the solution to her problem.
Yeah, because she's bitching about it again. He's not there, and she says something like, oh, you don't see Steve over here helping me out with my problems or whatever. And then he's like, you rang.
Yeah. Yeah, he had just, like, walked in the door or whatever. But, yeah, he's got, like, the tools to recover her file.
He'd been spent all morning talking to computer geeks to figure out how to work it, but it was like some kind of external hard drive with a, I don't know, coffee cleaner, and like he got it from Starbucks. I don't know.
Right.
And then he fucking was able to recover her files. You looked at me weird. You don't know what Starbucks is?
I don't think I've ever heard of that. No.
It's a coffee place in Seattle. There's a couple. There's one in Royal Oak. Yeah.
Well, you'll have to take me.
Yeah. It's good. It's coffee, you know.
Yeah, she's even bitchy about this. Like,
Whoa, you okay there? That microphone come out and bite you?
It did. But, like, while he's saving her ass,
yeah,
and it's pulling up the file, it doesn't look right. Because, like, you know, if you've ever opened, like, a Word document in WordPad.
Yeah, it's like that. It's all fucking wingdings and shit.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, that's my file. That's what I need. Like, fucking spoiled bitch brat.
He just looks at her and calmly says, it's decrypting.
Yeah, give it a minute.
You can hear him, like, you can hear his brain being like, fucking asshole.
So as soon as it's done, he's just like, okay, you're welcome.
Bye.
I'm like... He said something like, oh, you can find another punching bag.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So I feel like that was him breaking up with her.
100%.
And then he goes to this flute thing later, and because she talked to Donna, who looks, by the way, amused by this, and is just like, oh, yeah, whatever.
This is
get back
fucking
together.
Abuse.
Right. She talks to Donna, and she decides to get him back, so she puts on the fucking dress he likes, and sends flowers to him and
says I'm sorry and stuff like that.
Yeah, just a note that says I'm sorry. And then when he goes to her, she says, I guess this means there can be more than one asshole in a relationship.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I guess so. And like kisses her like they're all good now. What?
That's your apology?
Like, no, you're the asshole. He does not share asshole blame here.
No.
Oh. I hate her.
I really hate what they did to her character.
And I don't like their relationship.
I liked her. and I liked her relationship with him.
Yes.
And then they brought that prince in, and ever since then, they not completely, but they really changed her character, and they changed the dynamic of their relationship.
Yeah.
And it really makes me mad. Like, they spoiled it. I assume for laughs. No, I assume for the drama, so they like.
I guess.
So we can have something to watch, but it's like, you could have done something different.
I'm not rooting for them at all. Like,
No.
I feel like we're supposed to be. I feel like at the end, when they get back together, we're supposed to be like, oh, yay. But it would have been like Donna going back to Ray. Like,
Exactly.
no. She's a fucking abusive whore.
She is. She's verbally abusive to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she calls him names and puts him down.
It belittles
and
him constantly.
treats him with no respect. Like, you can tell she 100% thinks she's better than him.
Yeah, and she's not.
No, it is not okay.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
He didn't look 100% happy, though.
No, I'm wondering if they're doing something at some point. I mean, he said to Brandon, he's like, it's time for a fucking change of scenery or whatever.
Yeah.
Before she did her apology. And it's like, I think he needs to keep that energy. Like, just do that. Just do something else.
Yeah.
Find someone else. Find that woman that's actually a man. I mean, she treated you better.
Yeah, he needs some self-respect. Like, that's the one thing. It's like, he started out really confident, and now he's not. And I don't like it.
Down puppy.
Yeah.
It's no good.
So the other things going on in this
So those are the two couples that need to break up.
Yeah. Well, and there's another couple that needs to and does. Val and her movie star boyfriend.
Yeah.
So, like, he had his movie that she talked him into doing. He had the premiere, and he couldn't stand watching himself, which, whatever, I get that.
No, he didn't say that. I said that. I said that to you in real life.
Okay, yeah, okay, sorry. No, he didn't like being there, though, because he heard people talking about him.
Yeah. Not to brag or anything, everyone, but I was in something one time where I acted, and I was able to, after we did it, watch myself, and it's a fucking nightmare. It's an awful experience that I don't want to ever duplicate again. Because, for me anyway, I'm not a good enough actor, I think.
Yes, you are.
To watch myself, because I can see my acting. I don't see my character, I just see my acting choices, and it's really annoying.
I think that it would be hard for anybody to watch themselves act and be like, oh, that's my character, not me. Like,
right, yeah.
But anyway, he's very upset because people are talking shit about him. People are laughing. And,
well, they're talking shit about the movie. Everyone loves him and his performance. Everyone's like, oh, you're really great in the movie. The movie sucks, though, right? Like, this reporter from E! or whatever comes up and he's like, hey, you were really good in the movie. Movie's a piece of dog shit, though.
Yeah, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, and he's like, what do you mean? It's a good movie. People worked hard on this. And he was like, it sucks, though, right? Like, fuck them. And then he's like, expects him to just answer the question, and he's like, blows up.
Yeah.
It's so funny, though, because at one point he says to Valerie, he's like, hey, I got thick skin, Valerie.
Yeah, look at these hands.
He does not. He does not have thick skin. He has very thin skin. Like, they give him the lightest of treatments, and he's like, fuck this.
Yeah, I mean, he was a movie star in LA. Like, that's exciting shit.
He's cheekbones but handsome.
And he gives it all up because the movie doesn't do well.
To go back to Indiana.
Yeah, like, nothing's in Indiana, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, and he's like, I just don't have what it takes. And it's like, you don't. You're correct.
Only because he doesn't have the balls. I mean, like...
Yeah, exactly.
He has the looks and the talent.
You think fucking Jack Nicholson was knocking it out of the park first movie he did?
Oh,
I don't know what the first...
maybe.
I don't know what the first movie he did was, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't super popular.
Right, well, I mean, everybody starts somewhere, for sure.
So he did a movie with the monkeys called Hair or something like that, or dandruff, or I don't know what the fuck it was called.
Okay.
It was stupid, though.
But yeah, he ends up breaking up with Valerie to go back to Indiana. Before he leaves, he goes to her house to say goodbye, and he says, "Would you want to be with me if I was just a carpenter?" Which I'm assuming is what he was doing before.
A reference to Jesus, I guess.
She's like, "I don't know." Like that.
That's a bad answer.
Yeah, like obviously you shouldn't be together then.
Yeah.
So whatever.
If you're only with him because he's a famous movie star, like what the fuck?
I don't like her very much either.
And she took that money. Like, she hasn't changed. We thought she changed. She hasn't changed. She went through a 3-episode arc of her fucking trauma with her dad molesting her and then killing himself. And we got through that, and she's like, all right, back to materialistic asshole.
Right. So then the other couple that hopefully doesn't break up, that I actually do like and root for,
Yeah.
is Donna and David.
Double D. David
gets in his head that, you know, he wants to do something special for Donna. And
oh man, they hyped the fucking shit out of this.
Yeah, this was kind of annoying.
It's a special day. It's a really special. I've got to make it special. He was talking to Claire. He was talking to the woman he used to fuck.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really don't pay attention to the past at all when they're writing these episodes.
He should be talking to Kelly, his sister.
Yeah,
about
that would make more sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, well, Donna did mention you never cook. So he's like, oh, that's it. I'll cook for her.
Yeah, first of all, she was like, we were talking about how guys barbecue and stuff like that, and how the utensils can be like their cocks or whatever, she says. And she's like, but Donna said you never cook, so he's got a small cock. I don't know.
Or maybe he never gets to use it.
Yeah, he doesn't get to use his cock, which is true.
Right. So he's like, Donna, you know, I want to make sure we're going out tomorrow. You know, it's a special day. I want to make sure we're going out. And she's like, well, I don't know, because everybody's got shit going on with school. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got stuff they're studying for, papers they're writing.
And so Carol and I thought, he's going to propose.
Yeah,
he's
100%.
I mean, like, he was making a huge deal about this. He wanted to make it super special. He's like, I'll make her a fucking dinner at the lifeguard tower, like, which is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, because he wanted to do it at the beach. And Nat let him use the Peach Pit's kitchen
to learn how to cook
while they're open to try to cook this.
Also dumb.
And he caught it on fire.
Yeah.
It was stupid. And then she cancels on him. So it's all like, he's all upset. It's all a nightmare.
Well, yeah, and he's like, he keeps saying this, like, this is really important. And she's like, we can date. We can go on a date anytime.
Yeah.
She's not listening to him at all.
No. She's very distracted. She's like, I was helping Claire all night with her computer issue. Mm-hmm. Fucking Claire.
Yeah.
So he ends up calling her and being like, there's an emergency. I need you to come to the After Dark.
Yeah.
So she runs up there. And he has
the whole time she's like, I feel like he's going manic again. Like, he's going crazy.
And Claire's like, trust me, he's okay. Because Claire knows he's up to something.
Yeah.
So she gets up there, and he's got, like, candles lining a pathway, going up to a fake beach that he's created for them to have this dinner that he cooked, which was Cornish game hen.
Yeah.
Which is not easy.
No.
That's not I don't cook, but let me cook something thing.
Yeah, Cornish game hen, which looked perfect, by the way.
Yeah.
And like scallop potatoes or au gratin potatoes or something.
Some kind of, yeah.
And he julienned the vegetables, and it's like, what the fuck? You don't never know how to cook, like, so bad that you're burning down Nat's like Pride and Joy restaurant to being able to fucking cook perfect Cornish game hen.
Yeah.
He should have made a couple burgers. That would at least make sense.
Right? But yeah, he makes this wonderful meal, and then we think he's going to propose, and he says...
It's April 9th.
5 years ago today.
1997 is what he says. And he looks right at it and points at us and says, are you guys caught up yet? He does say it's April 9th, though.
Yeah, and he's like, 5 years ago today.
Mm-hmm.
We were on the beach, and we said we loved each other for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. This is not followed up by a ring and a proposal.
No, it should be.
He just wanted to celebrate that they loved each other for 5 years.
And
which, whatever. I mean, that's cute, I guess, but...
You could have done that any day.
And 5 year... Well, it was supposed to be the anniversary.
I know, but it's like, come on.
You've been in love for 5 years. You're graduating from college. Propose to her. Like, you want to get your dick wet? You know what you got to do. Come on, David. Get with the program.
God, you want her to get laid so bad.
I want them to get married. And I want them to get laid.
Yeah.
But no. No, it was all a big tease.
Yeah. Like Donna.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think that's it, right? Yeah. That's everything?
I believe so.
God, it was kind of disappointing. It was an interesting episode, though.
It was, yeah. I mean, there was a lot going on, but it was just not a lot of substance.
The lady from Racism Texas, she says her piece and then leaves. Her and Kelly spend basically the entire episode together, over the course of several days. All they do is hang out and talk to each other.
Oh, and at one point when Tracy was yelling at Brandon, she's like, Kelly told me to my face a few days ago or a few weeks ago or something how she's still in love with you. Like, why would you say that to him?
I know, don't tell him that.
Like, you idiot.
That's what I was thinking, too. I was like, I'm not rooting for you guys to stay together, but don't tell him that.
Yeah. And then he kisses Kelly later. So whose fault is that, Tracy?
Exactly.
Meh.
But that is the episode for the week, Carol.
It is. So you can go ahead and write us at latefee1994@AOL.com.
Tell you who you kissed.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
Send pictures of who you kissed.
Oh my goodness. And share the tapes with your friends of your kiss.
Share them with someone you kissed. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.